The tale of Giselle the girl, who was turned into a squirrel deep in the heart of the old whispering woods where the trees stretched high and the wind spoke in hushed secrets. There lived a girl named Giselle. She was clever, curious, and had the wildest green eyes like the leaves in summer. But Giselle had one problem. She was far too curious for her own good. One chilly autumn evening, as the sky turned the color of burning embers, Giselle wandered beyond the paths. She knew the villagers always warned her, never stray past the hollow oak, for that is where the witch of the woods dwells. But Giselle had never seen a witch before, and surely she thought the tales were just to scare children into staying close to home. As she walked deeper into the forest, a strange glow flickered between the trees. It was a lantern, no, not a lantern, but a floating ball of light, drifting like a firefly caught in a dream, mesmerized. Giselle followed it, her footsteps barely making a sound on the damp earth. Then she saw her. A woman stood in the clearing, wrapped in a cloak as dark as midnight, a pointed hat tilting slightly on her head. Her pale hands cradled a glowing crystal orb, much like the floating light that had led Giselle there. The woman's eyes, deep and knowing, flickered with something strange. "Ah," the witch said, her voice smooth as silk. "Another little wanderer. Tell me, child, do you believe in magic?" Giselle, her heart pounding, nodded. "Good," the witch whispered, smiling. "Then you won't mind a little taste of it." Before Giselle could blink, the witch tapped the orb, and a burst of golden sparks swirled around her. Her fingers tingled. Her feet felt light, and then everything changed. The world grew taller. The trees stretched to the sky. Her hands, no. Her paws twitched, covered in soft russet fur. Her voice gone, Giselle had been turned into a squirrel. She tried to cry out, to scream, but only a tiny squeak escaped her mouth. The witch chuckled, watching with amusement, as Giselle scrambled in circles, her new bushy tail flaring behind her. "Curious little girls should be careful where they wander," the witch said. "But don't worry, you won't be lonely. The forest is full of chatter after all." And with that, the witch vanished into the mist, leaving Giselle trapped in her tiny squirrel body. Some say if you venture into the whispering woods on a still autumn night, you might hear the rustling of leaves that sound just like a girl calling for help. And if you ever spot a squirrel with striking green eyes, remember this: some stories aren't just stories. Some warnings are real, so be careful where you wander, because the witch of the woods is always watching.